Hello and welcome to Kickstarter's Last Rights program, where we talk about all the Kickstarters about to launch off of Kickstarter, and you're going to be the one helping them. So let's get into it today. This is issue 5 of 2018. It's Life in Space, or In the Ring with a Genius. Why not resurrect some Kickstarters and plant the seeds of the new Most Wanted Fandoms? Wow, what a tongue twister, right? What's up, Sean? We're actually going to be talking about one of your Kickstarters in just a few seconds. So hang out, come with us, and see what's on the program today. This is Kickstarter Last Rights. Supporting a Kickstarter, remember, only takes a single dollar. $1 shows support, attracts attention, help funds projects, supports indie creators, and helps create new worlds. Kickstarter for the independent creator. Second edition is a practical, informative guide to crowdfunding. It is your way to learn how to run a better campaign by someone who's done it and is still doing it. We're going to see Madeline Holling Rising's Kickstarter in just a few minutes. Extreme Championship Tournament Most Wanted is a high-quality, artistic graphic novel anthology based within the XCT universe. We're going to check out what that means in just a few seconds. Resurrected 2 is a group of paranormal investigators accidentally raise the dead and create a zombie infestation. We're going to see what that means in just a few minutes. Whoops. Oh my God, you guys are seeing the back of something. It's naked. Avert your eyes. We're also going to be checking out James versus the New World Order, issue number 3. It's a post-apocalyptic action comedy set in an ambiguous, not-so-distant future. And in the not-so-distant future, we're going to learn more about it. Seedseekers Volume 2 is welcoming you to be a huge part of their team. You're going to find out how you can make this project soar off of Kickstarter. We're going to talk about Life in Space, a comic book anthology that was created in 100 days due to the Kevin Cross Challenge. And the genius Lenny Pavlov, wrestling's smartest man, the comic biography of Leaping Lenny Pavlos, brother of Macho Man, Randy Savage, and a wrestling legend in his own right. So check it out. These are all our amazing Kickstarters that we're going to talk about today. And we got to get that Leaping Lano up in a second. For some reason, these aren't open like they're supposed to be, so we're just going to quickly open them. There's the tournament. We're going to do James. Here we go. That'll go to James. We're going to do Seedseekers. And here comes Life in Space, which we did have open, but I guess that didn't work out. And this is Lanny. All right, so here we go. Starting in the order which we did have Life in Space. See, I told you guys, no one listens to me. So going in the order that we had, I believe this is our first Kickstarter of the day, except I didn't see Resurrected. I want to make sure we don't miss anything. So we're going to have it right there. Here we go. We're going to start off with Extreme Championship Tournament. That video.
G'day guys, Sean here, the creator of the Extreme Champion Tournament series, and I'm here to talk to you about our latest project, which is XCT Most Wanted, a graphic novel anthology based around our current XCT series. XCT Most Wanted. Well, XCT Most Wanted is a anthology based within the XCT universe, where we've created 6 short stories by 6 different writers and 6 different artists to expand the XCT universe. We wanted to expand the XCT universe much quicker than the way we were releasing our single issues. So we thought what a great idea an anthology would be. So we've been able to scour the world to get some really good artists and writers on board, and we've created this fantastic graphic novel. So check out our project page to see all the creators involved, but some of them do include Eddie Nunez, who's worked on DC and IDW books, as well as Mark Lortia, who has also done work for Gestalt Publishing here in Australia, as well as some other talented writers and artists. The stories include the Tengu from the Japanese mythology. We've got dragons. We have the frost giants from Norse mythology, as well as a bunch of other stories in there. So this is a jam-packed book with hot art to boot. So something you're definitely not going to want to miss. So this is where you guys come in. We are needing to raise $2,000 for the publishing costs, as we've totally completed this book other than the colours on the cover and collating it all together. So we need to raise that $2,000 in 41 days, and we've got some awesome rewards for you guys in helping us reach our target. Now, some of those rewards include a digital copy of the graphic novel, a physical copy of the graphic novel. We've got digital sketch rewards. If you haven't read the XCT series, we've got the whole collection all together at a ridiculously cheap price. Some of our higher tiers, we've got you drawn into our next anthology that we've just released or announced on our Facebook page, and even have your own story written in the XCT universe. So I'm sure that would appeal to some of you guys out there. Thanks for taking the time to check out our video, and we really hope that you'll pledge to our project. But if you can't, if you're able to share it around with your friends and contacts, that would be super helpful and really, really appreciated. In the meantime, check out some of the pages in the series towards the end of this video, and see if you like what we've done. Thanks.
Now, what's cool about a lot of the Kickstarters on the show today is we don't have copyrighted music, so there's not going to be actually a lot of talking from me. You guys are going to get to see some exclusive, amazing content from the creators and get to hear from them or their intended way of doing things, which is exciting. I always hate talking over things, and I am very excited to be bringing you guys this program right now and talking about the amazing Kickstarters. I'm just gonna adjust the camera to give you guys a little more of a better view, because I'm noticing I'm tracking the bottom of my screen, and I'm sure you guys don't want to see what's in my bottom browser. So I've just adjusted it for better viewing pleasure. So let's check out XCT. So now we had the awesome Austin Allen Hamblin on the show telling us about this amazing project and how it came together. And you can see that video on WrittenSiNs right now. It's on the side where the Spoken Sins is. Now, so apparently you take some of the baddest MFers from the history and you make them fight off in this new future. They're genetic clones of their former selves with all their memories, and they go at it in these amazing battles. Now, I gotta admit, I'm kind of hooked on that idea. I like that idea. It's kind of cool. The art is fantastic in this. You guys can see that there's a bigger story in the background. What I want to talk about the most is, look at this amazing creative team. You got Austin Hamblin. You got Ben Rosdale. You got John Ward, Stephen Koch, Henyu Keloso, Not Pictured, and Michael Gordon. And you got an amazing artist team with Alex, Eddie, Lauren, Mark, Michelle, and Von Rendell. So very, very cool group of creators. I'm really digging it. This is a great universe being created in front of our eyes with the XCT. The art is astonishing. Now remember, there are different teams tackling different stories for the book, different character facing off, so that's kind of cool. You got some amazing rewards as well in here. You got the XCT Standard Edition for $50, which will get you a whole bunch of awesomeness. You got some variant covers. You can be drawn in, and I like being drawn in, man. If I had more money, I'd probably be drawn into this book. And of course, you don't have to spend $1 million to get this amazing project in your hands. There are digital copies if you prefer, and then there are the printed ones right here for just $25. This anthology, I believe, I don't know if I ever asked, but I believe would at least be, I'm going to call it 100 pages, probably, there and about. I don't know if they even have it, the amount of, 60 pages. 60 pages. A beautiful black and white. That's pretty cool. Some amazing, amazing Australian, New Zealand, and other international artists. So that's kind of cool. It's a international affair. So I'm digging that. I like that. That's kind of cool. So you get to see this very, very cool amount of creators coming together to create something that is truly, I mean, amazing. You have to admit. I love the anthologies because they really do get to shine on the amount of creators that you guys are seeing and their styles, and they get to show you what they're working on. So it's very, very cool that way. And I mean, just talking about the group that it is, you have a bunch of talented people. And when you have that many talented people, it's not very hard to get something that's a home run to come out of it, because you have so many great, talented people. And you know what? This is a secret about anthologies that no one's going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. People are terrified to be the one in the book that had the least favorite story. So these creators are working their asses off to make sure that their story is the best story. There's a little bit of competition there. There's a little bit of pressure, too. You don't want to be the person who shits the bed. So I definitely suggest this is something worthwhile and worth watching and checking out immediately if you haven't already. And it's time to back this amazing project. Let's just be honest. If you haven't backed it by now, you're drastically running out of time. It is time to get on board with something that is amazing. And you want to be part of the XCT universe. It's just that simple. So stop stalling. Do it today. Be part of something great. We're going to move on to James versus the New World Order. We're just going to move that over to fit it in the screen a little bit better. We're going to check out James versus the New World Order.
Hey everyone, this is Brandon Petros, writer and creator of the post-apocalyptic action comedy James versus the New World Order. I'd like to welcome you to our Kickstarter relaunch for issue number 3. The project is 100% complete, so upon funding, you should be getting your product as early as February. And we have some really awesome awards this time around. I kicked them up a bit since last time, so be sure to check those out. And hopefully we'll reach our goal of $3,000, which would put us in a really awesome place to be able to distribute everything nicely without going too much into the hole. So check out our tiers, check out some of the artwork. I hope you like it, and thank you very much.
So now James versus the New World Order is, you know, your classic tale of horrible things happening and people rising into power. And you know what happens when people rise into power? They do awful things. And that's exactly what's going on in James versus the New World Order. I suggest that everyone back this as a training manual to see how to deal with anyone who wants to be in charge. Kidding around aside, I really dig this. I like sense of humor projects. This is kind of cool. I definitely dig it. I actually think that's James. After watching this for so long, I think that's James hiding in plain sight. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I think that's what he does. I think he steals one of the outfits and he winds up being nice to the girl. So he becomes a hero as well. So apparently bad things happen at 2:45 a.m. So let that be a lesson. Never go out late at night. Just looking at the commission pieces here. Some cool, very, very cool rewards over here. You got the commissioned chaos brands. You have super commissioned chaos. I like the naming. I always like playful names. You got some hard copy of the apocalypse. And you could see I'm signed in, I think, into my wife's thing, which I really shouldn't be. So don't take that into consideration when you're looking at this. I was doing an update for our Kickstarter, Fetish Babies Aftermath. So some of these things are from her, and occasionally I'll back a digital copy through hers. So if you see it back, don't take it seriously. That is The Amazing James versus the New World Order. We're going to move on to Seed Seekers Volume 2. And remember, if you see me not back it, that's because I'm not signed into my profile. This is actually just my wife's profile, so keep that in mind.
Welcome to Seed Seekers Volume 2 from Kickstarter. The girl warriors soon discover who came in as their leader of the dying planet. He was a musician from another world who held more spirit than he knew. Now, claimed king of the once dying world, he was set out to help rebuild their community. He still needs their help because he's indeed from another world and still challenges himself to be part of their team. Try as he might, he sets himself up to regain his knowledge of the kingdom through the help of his new friends. To help the community grow and flourish, they must work together to rebuild and shape the once dying planet. While this happens, not only does he develop and learn from his new friends of the world, but they learn a great deal from each other along with their past. Through this story, we will discover more than just what was, but what is to become. I hope you'll join me in our plight to help the Seed Seekers discover all this in Volume 2 of the series. Not only will they rebuild from their spirits, but you will do the same through your support. Anything you contribute will add a part to the story and saga. It will help them regain their past as well as their present. You will be joining a great team and help shape the kingdom. Each contribution is unique and collectively a part of their team. Please take a look and share along with others to help them become the Seed Seekers that they are. We all can be part of the Seed Seeker team. Thank you.
So are you ready to join the Seed Seekers team? Let's check out what some of the rewards and some of the art looks like in this amazing project. You got the yin yang art right here, kind of cool. You got some exclusive fan art going on that's part of it. This is Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica. Kind of cool, kind of cool. So you got some stretch goals going on down here, which I think they've entered stretch goal number 2 now they're aiming for, which it'll be, you're going to get a stretch cover and a bonus pen from the series. That's cool. If it reaches 700. So if you guys want a sketch cover and a bonus pen, you got to act now. So get it up over 700. Make that stretch goal come to life. You got some more amazing stuff, some coloring books. I'm doing a coloring book too. You can't get these down here because they're all gone, but there's still some amazing Kickstarter rewards in play. You can get, let's see, Thief. You are not only part of the team, and a shout out on the Schmax Graphics website blog, but you will also get first 2 issues of the Volume 2 in both digital and printed formats when they become available. You'll also get an exclusive poster and labeled pin to show your support. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You can also get the White Knight. You are not only part of the team, and a shout out on Whats Graphics website blog, but you also get the first 2 issues of Seed Seeker Volume 2 in a PDF format, as well as printed issues when they come available. You also get a printed poster of the new characters as featured on the Facebook page. And you could also be the sparing page. You're not only part of the team, and a shout out of Schwartz Graphics website, but you also get the first 2 issues of Seed Seekers Volume 2 in PDF format when it becomes available. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of badass. I dig it. I dig it. This is definitely a cute project, something that I think is definitely all ages. It's a perfect way to get kids into comics so you guys can share a moment and make sure that if you're reading a comic with your kids, that you read it too so you guys can talk about that story. We're going to move on to Life in Space.
Life in Space. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to travel out into space and explore the universe? Have you dreamed of traveling to other worlds in groovy spaceships and meeting up with exotic space friends? Yes, you say? Well, we have too. The Life in Space Anthology is a collection of 15 comic book stories by 15 creators who imagined up their own scenarios of what life in space just might be like. From epic adventures, cops and robbers, to goofy space trips, this anthology has a little something for everyone. And it's all brought to you by creators who have successfully taken part in the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, started by Kevin Cross. What is the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, you ask? Well, let some of the anthology members explain it to you.
Welcome to 100 Days of Comics.
100 Days of Making 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 Comics.
This is 100 Days of Making Comics.
100 of Making Comics.
Another 100 Days of Comics update.
100 Days Making Comics.
100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. And
So, what is 100 Days of Making Comics?
100 days of me making time to work on comics in my spare time, at least half an hour a day.
And usually they're creating update videos for most people daily.
Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter, and please consider pledging to help us make our goal so we can get a really cool project out to you. I'll talk to you later. Peace, Space Cadets. Woo-hoo!
The 100 Days of Making Comics. Pretty cool, I think so.
So that does look cool. That's pretty interesting. This particular project has only 6 days to go. They have reached their goal and then some, but like I always say in these programs, just because something's reached its goal, it doesn't mean it can't use your support. I don't know many creators that come off of Kickstarter without going out of pocket one way or another. So remember to share some love. Make sure that they have less coming out of their pockets and take advantage. A lot of this stuff at Kickstarters, you don't wind up getting at shows. So this is your time to get something cool and exclusive. And once again, the anthology rule, when you're in an anthology with everyone else, you always want to make fantastic work. You don't want to be the one, shitting the bed on the work. So make sure that you're back in these anthologies because they give you a good way in to see some amazing creators. You get to see who you might want to follow in the future and get to see some amazing creative ideas. This is obviously an anthology which has a whole bunch of amazing different offers, from combo packs to trading cards to poster combos. This is definitely a Kickstarter worth checking out. And if you guys haven't seen it today, make sure that you do. And if you do like what you see, go to Facebook. Talk about it. Tell everyone that you dig what you see and you want to share it with the world. Just as simple as check out what I found on Kickstarter today. Now you share it. And it's not really sharing because you've commented on it too. So there's a likelihood that people will want to know what you said. So when you just do an ambiguous share without really any direction, you're not really talking about it. But when you say something, you kind of put your stamp of approval on it. Life in Space is doubled up on us. Let's get rid of that. Okay, here we go. Lenny Pavlov, the amazing and genius WWE legend.
I remind the competition and every wrestling fan, behold, the genius Lanny Poffo, the world's smartest man. Once I was the genius full of glory and renown. Now I'm 62 years old, without my cap and gown. Please kickstart my comic book. Invest whatever you can. My grandson wants to read about the world's smartest man.
The world's smartest man. Wrestling legend. Brother of the Macho Man Randy Savage. The genius Lanny Poffo comes to comics. The story of his amazing career as both Leaping Lanny and the Genius, expertly told by wrestling historian John Crowther and illustrated by Rando Dixon and Alan McMillan, with colors by Andrew Pate. Follow his path to the world of sports entertainment via the Poffo wrestling family, which included the Macho Man and their father Angelo. Witness his signature high-flying style and the ingenious development of his heel persona as the world's smartest man. Experience the poetry in motion and in words that personify the genius, Lanny Poffo. As rewards for helping us fund production, printing, and distribution of the Genius Lanny Poffo Issue 1, we are offering multiple cover variants, including an oversized magazine edition of the comic. Also available are the Genius logo decal and a variety of autographed items, comics, posters, actual and logo books, and action figures. There are also opportunities to have your likeness drawn into a future squared circle comic and to have your business full-page ad included in the book. You can even get a personalized poem from the genius inscribed on one of Lanny's trademark frisbees. Check out another example of his trademark rhymes.
I am the genius, Lanny Poffo, a title self-proclaimed, yet who would dare to say I'm not appropriately named? Investing in my comic book may seem a bit obtuse, but you can be like Random House, because I'm like Dr. Seuss.
Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter campaign and for supporting indie wrestling comics.
So, I know you're excited, man. Great guy. I met him at, I want to say, Fusion Con. We got to talk for a few minutes. He's a great guy. We're going to check out this exclusive video of him right now.
Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE. And I just wanted to say Dankeschön, merci beaucoup, gracias, and thank you to all the wonderful investors that have actually chosen to fund my comic book on Kickstarter. Do you realize we broke all records and we funded completely 9 days in advance of the deadline? And just as a way of reciprocity, we're keeping everything open so you can go shopping again and see what opportunities we have at very, very low prices. Thank you so much for backing me in this wonderful opportunity to give my autobiography in comic book form. Ooh, yeah.
That's cool. I like that much of me, I think. At $5,000, all backers will receive a 5-inch thing. Ooh, we might actually get that. 8 days to go. Come on, guys. I want that. I want a cool Lanny refrigerator magnet. So why wrestling comics? They explain it. They talk about Lanny. Lanny's definitely a cool dude. They print with Print Ninja. Of course, that's for him high flying. I don't know if you guys actually watched this, but he would actually come out with literally poetry written on little pieces of paper, and if I remember correctly, he used to throw them into the crowd. So I'm sure there's some of them out there for sale. You guys can see here's the long list of books that have already been made. There's so many more coming. It's so awesome. You got Nicola 1 and 2. You got the Killer Bees and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And it's only going to keep getting better. You can actually get an autographed Motra board. And there's the family print. That's his dad, of course, Randy Savage, and Lanny himself. This is just fantastic. I like this. You got the upper deck version of him on the trading card where he actually signed it, so that's pretty cool. You can get the toy of him signed with the action figure. That's kind of badass. So, I mean, I love these projects. I love the fact that they go out of their way to make some amazing stuff come as reward levels. It really brings your fandom into reality where you can now pick up something from someone that you looked up to as a kid. This is the perfect time for you to jump on now. Help it get to 5,000 so I can get a magnet. We're going to move on to Resurrected. So that being drawn as a zombie is pretty cool, actually. I have one of Jack's drawn as a zombie. It's kind of one of my favorite pieces of art. So as you guys realize, teens being idiots that they are, wind up bringing back this curse that becomes a biological, I believe it's, mysterious tank. Stumble onto a dead woman in a mysterious tank. So kids being kids wind up doing dumb things as always, and of course, bad shit ensues. And kids are never going to learn. Don't mess with things in tubes. Obviously, don't get bit by things. The minute you get bit by it, what happens? You become a zombie yourself. So that's the first rule of anything with zombies. Don't get bit. And these blank faces, I assume, could be you. You could be one of those blank faces on a cover soon. So now is the time to resurrect your fandom and back this amazing Kickstarter before time runs out. We're going to go back over our list and talk about these amazing projects in just 1 second. But before we do that, we have 3 days to go on this amazing project. I just want to see, we've already hit the goal and then some. But as always, that doesn't mean that enough has been made. Make sure to back it today. We're just going to check out. I wanted to see how much it is. So, of course, Swampline Bundle Pack. You can get Resurrected issue 1 and 2, Voodoo Curse, Red Christmas, and Disturbia. So how cool is that? You could be drawing it. You could Resurrected back cover, draw it. So that's pretty cool. We're going to raise you from the grave. You get to be a cover artist or a cover model. And you can be drawn into the comic. It's not that expensive, actually. $75 to be drawn into the comic. It's kind of badass. So, let's take a look at Last Rites. So today we talked about Lanny Pavo's Wrestling's Smartest Man, the comic biography of Leaping Lanny Pavo, brother of Macho Man Randy Savage, and a wrestling legend in his own right. Then we talked about Life in Space, a comic book anthology created 100 days by artists who completed the 100 Days of Making Comic Books Challenge started by Kevin Cross. Seed Seekers Volume 2, first 2 issues. You're going to become a huge part of the team that makes this project come to life. So act now to help them launch off of Kickstarter. James vs. the New World Order issue number 3 is a post-apocalyptic action comedy set in an ambiguous, not-so-distant future. Don't let it become your future. Make sure that you don't let your future become something you regret not backing James. Back it today and share it with your friends and tell everyone that you know who likes funny comics that this is the comic for them. Resurrected issue number 2 is a group of paranormal investigators who accidentally raise the dead and create a zombie infestation. Talk about a bad Monday. Another amazing title brought to us by Swampline Productions. Extreme Championship Tournament, Most Wanted XCT, is a high-quality artistic graphic novel anthology based within the XCT universe. Kickstarter for the independent creator, a second edition, is a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. And remember that supporting Kickstarter only takes a single dollar. $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. This has been Kickstarter Last Rites. Issue 5 of 2018.